All right, so it's time for us to peer review.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first?
Okay. Here's my writing.
Okay.
I've already color coded it, and so you can see my I's and my D's.
Okay. And I have the score sheet.
Okay.
I know you've already scored yourself, but I don't see that right now because I want to tell you what I think. And I'm glad you color coded that because that's going to really help us focus what it is we're looking for. So, do you have a goal that you're working on right now?
Yeah. The last thing I wrote, my teacher and I, we decided that we would work on detailed examination.
Okay. So
I was really weak in that area.
okay, so we'll pay close attention to where you've highlighted yellow for detailed examination.
Okay.
All right, we can do that. Okay, so according to our peer feedback process, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to do a section at a time. So why don't you read aloud your T section, and I'm just going to listen while you read your topic introduction.
Okay. In the article, Help Make It Through the Night, Surviving a Wilderness Emergency, it explains the importance of emergency preparedness on a wilderness trip.
Okay, good. I really like the way you specifically name the article, because a lot of people will just say like in the article, and I'm like, what article? I don't know, but so that was good.
Okay.
So I like the way you used that. One thing that I heard you say that you might just want to think about is you said it explains. So maybe like I might ask myself, who's doing the is the article explaining or is the author explaining? So is it? Would you say it explains? I don't know. That's just something you might want to think about. That's just a little thing. And on our score sheet, I see that the topic introduction gets 3 points. So how about if I give you 2 out of 3 points on that, and then that way you know you have something you want to go back and check.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's true. I guess it is the author. So maybe I should, change that to the author explains.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good.
I'll make a note of that.
Good. Okay, so let's hear the first ID.
Okay. It says, the article stated that there may be an unexpected change in the weather, or you might lose your paddle or capsize your canoe and be miles from your vehicle. This statement is clear because it shows that the unexpected can happen at any time, even if the time is good or bad.
Hey, you know what? I like how you use the elaboration stem there, the ones we've been talking about in class. That was good because I could tell there was a really tight relationship between what you picked up from the article and how you elaborated on it. So that was really good. So I think that's definitely going to be 1 point for important evidence and 2 points. We're giving 2 points, 2 out of 2 for detailed examination. So good job. That was a good one. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's listen to the second ID.
Okay. The second ID, looking back into my paper. Yes. So here goes. Part of the importance is you could get lost, sick, or injured. You could also twist your ankle and can prevent you from getting back before dark. This wealth of knowledge explains how you might get hurt and could get lost whenever night comes.
That's another good piece of evidence from the text because it's still talking about how unexpected things might happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that. So I think that's definitely 1 out of 1 for the important evidence. But this is just a thought. You might think about going back and taking a look at that detailed examination though, because you said this wealth of knowledge. I'm just kind of thinking here.
I like that. You didn't like it?
Well, it's just one quote. And I don't know that one quote is really a wealth of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So how about on the detailed examination, we're giving 2 points for that, but I'll give you 1 out of 2, and then that way you'll know that's something you can go back and tighten up and look at.
Right. I'll definitely consider that.
Okay. Good deal.
I'll make a note on my paper.
All right.
Okay, here's the last one. The soaked cotton balls will burn for minutes, even if wet and hard conditions, more than enough to fuel the beginning of a wood fire. This quote explains what burns to make fire when you're cold until you get wood for the fire. You don't like it?
Well, okay, here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to be, just like our teacher said, I'm going to be direct and honest. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay.
Let me have it.
All right. Okay, so I don't know that that quote really goes well with the rest of what you said, because you've been talking about how unexpected things happen, and now you're talking about how to start a fire in case you need one in case of emergency.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, that's just something I'm thinking you might want to go back and. It's like you need to either start a new paragraph or maybe find another quote that keeps going with this idea of how the unexpected things happen. I don't know. What do you think?
I think you're right. Now that I think about it, there's probably another quote in the article that can, it continues to talk about this idea of being prepared for the unexpected, unexpected happening. I'll go back and I'll look for one.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. How about this? Instead of giving you 0 points on that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put NY for not yet. Because I know that when you go back and revise, you're going to be able to work that out.
Okay. Yes, sure. I can do that. Thanks for being honest about it. I understand, and I'd rather hear it now than later when my paper's being graded by the teacher.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so ending?
Okay, so here's the ending. I stated, in conclusion, wherever you are out in the woods or go camping, make sure to take a first aid kit and plan out every stop that you may make in case you go missing.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back and look at your introduction. And in the introduction, you said the importance of emergency preparedness in the wilderness trip.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if there's a way, like, while first aid kit and that kind of stuff is part of being prepared, like, is there a way you can maybe connect your ending and make it have a stronger connection to what you've said all along? Maybe about the emergency preparedness? I don't know if you have some thoughts about that.
That's true. So while you're thinking about that, I just thought, maybe I could say something like, okay, whenever you're out in the woods or camping, being prepared with things such as a first aid kit and a plan can help you be ready when the unexpected might happen.
Yes, I think that's better. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So on that one, we're giving 2 points for the ending, so I'm going to give you 1 out of 2 because that's something that you're going to go back and work on.
Right.
So that sounds good. Okay, so here's your score sheet.
Okay.
And you can look and see how that kind of matches up with how you scored yourself.
Yes. Hey, thank you for this feedback, because when I scored myself, I did score myself a little bit higher. So in hearing your conversations and hearing your thoughts on it, I think it really clarified for me what I need to fix to get a better score.
Okay.
Like maybe some things that need to be tweaked.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let's put yours up and let's take a look at mine.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, so now that you've watched the model, you have notes that you took during the model. And let's say those questions out loud. What's the first one? What was the writer doing during the peer feedback process? What was the second question? What was the scorer doing during the peer feedback process? Third question? How would you describe the comments that the scorer was giving? And that's really important. Think about that. And then you took just a moment to answer, what do you think the writer will do after the peer feedback conference, okay? So what I want you to do right now is talk to your partners. Talk to your partners about the answers you came up with, the things you noticed, in all 4 sections, okay?
And the second one, I said she explains what the writer needs to do on the story and to go back and fix the mistakes that
I put trying to help the writer make his paper better.
Nice. So it's like, do you think it's like I say that do like good work and like stuff. So I like they were saying like the score. They were saying like, do you have a goal because maybe you have a goal to achieve when you want to write. Then if you like the way that they said or used that, you could tell them that. Then if like that's a good piece of evidence, if you think that it's a good piece of evidence, you could.
Peer review process. Here's what I want on your sticky note. How can the peer review process help you be a better writer? Stick it on the black table on your way out the door. How can the peer review process help you become a better writer? writer. Think about that and write that down.